When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com.
And
how are you? It's Monday. Gary, good morning. Hope the sound is good today. I think, I don't know, YouTube was messing with us the other day, so hopefully it's good. Hey, Alan, good to see you. Tillman, Susie, how are you? Good to see everybody. Morning. Hello, hello. Yes, got a notice? Wow. Hey, Lynn. Bella's on vacation. Nice, Tillman. Everybody should be on vacation. Yeah, you're finally getting the notifications, Brandon. That's good. Hey, Alexis, good morning. Lisa, good morning. How is everybody? Terrific. Hey, Lori, good to see you. As you are coming in, everybody's making their way coming in, I just wanted to remind you that my ears are not like yours. Hey, Wayne, good morning. This is a book that you can find of mine on Amazon.com. It's great for upcoming Easter basket, to be put in that Easter basket for birthdays or just because. This will give an encouragement and hope to a small child. Teach them from the very beginning to have self-esteem so that when they have to battle against things like bullying and other things in their lives, they'll be able to handle it really well, hopefully. And this book is for that reason. Again, my ears are not like yours on Amazon.com. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Robin, good morning. All right, as you're coming in, if you would please share with everybody. Not getting notices for you from Periscope anymore. Alexis, you may want to unfollow me and then follow me back. Some people say that that helps. Hey, Carmen. I'm going to read to you Proverbs 16, parts of it. The preparations of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirit. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. The Lord has made all for himself, yes, even the wicked for the day of doom. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though they join forces, none will go unpunished. In mercy and truth, atonement is provided for iniquity, and by the fear of the Lord, one departs from evil. No kidding. Amen, amen. All right. How is everybody doing on this Monday? Oh my gosh, I heard you whistle at me same time my alarm was going off. Hey, Susan, your hair looks like it grew 6 inches in a week. I know. Lori, I need a haircut terribly, but it's hard to find somebody who can, cut hair. I hate to say that, but it's a crapshoot. Amen. Pride goeth before the fall, ready for the March Madness. Well, hey, I like it. Thanks, Lori. Yeah, it needs something, but love the long hair. Thank you. Hey, Shannon. Good to see everybody. Well, okay, so I went on the Todd Starnes radio show. I don't know if everybody knows who he is or not. Hopefully you do. He's a conservative Christian. He is has his own radio show on Fox News Radio. And I was on the last half hour to talk about my book, My Ears Are Not Like Yours. And also I got to talk about AbbybellPetDesigns.com, my pet design business. And it went really well. It was really great. If you have a subscription to Todd Starnes' show, you can go and listen to it now. If you don't, I'm hoping to get the tape from my segment so that I can put it up on either Spreaker or on my website or both so that you can hear it. It was so great to be on the show. I really was honored for him to... I know, Brandon, it was great. Honor for him to allow me to talk about it. Note to self, Todd. No, it's Todd Starnes, Susie. Starnes. Hey, Cully. And it was the last half hour. And then I thanked him for it. He was at some convention with his Periscope, and I thanked him for it, and he gave me a thumbs up. So it was really great to be able to talk about it. And I hope that more and more kids get this book. The feedback is really great on it. Todd Starnes, thank you, Carmen. And if you bought the book and you love it and you haven't yet gone to do a review on Amazon, if you would please do that, I would really appreciate that. Good morning, Amanda. How are you? Oh, thanks. Him I know. Yes. I know, Susie. That one you know, right? Hey, Marlene. Good to see you. I didn't see you sneak in. I didn't see. Did Marianne? Marianne, did you come in? I'm great, Amanda. It's Monday. Starting out the week. What did everybody do over the weekend? I quilted a lot. There you are, Marianne. I quilted a lot this weekend. Got some things done. Oh, it's scary trying to do a quilt, but you know, hey, everyone's got to do it. Not everyone, but everyone who's quilting. You rested. Good for you, Amanda. Good for you. It was a great weekend. A lot of weird weather in California. It rained here. Doesn't rain in California, but hey, it rained here. And so now we're back on sunshine, which is great. Visited my parents, Robin said. Morning all. Has Susan washed a bunch of dogs' scaled teeth and toenails? You've washed a bunch of dogs' scaled their teeth and toenails? Oh my gosh, Marlene. Busy. Rain in Vegas 2, Arizona 2, snowing in North Carolina, Brandon said. Yeah, you guys are still getting that nor'easter. Haven't recuperated from losing hours of sleep from daylight savings time, Lori said. I know, that's the difficult thing. Yesterday, I was totally just so sleepy. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Rained in Arkansas. Wow. Melissa, I hope you didn't get too much rain. All right, so let's get on with the news, my dogs and doggy maintenance. I guess so, Marlene, my goodness. Like washing cars. All right, let's get into some breaking news this morning. Trying to get my house done, still from losing it to Harvey. Wow. Cheryl, that's terrible. Hey, Renee, good to see you. A package exploded this morning in Austin. I heard Florida was looking at not recognizing daylight savings. There are a lot of people who talk about that, Brandon, and don't want to, which I love daylight savings time. Absolutely love it. Would hate to see it go away. So the package exploded at a house in Austin. A teenage boy was killed and his mother was injured. That's like the second bomb exploding or package exploding in an Austin area. One exploded, a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know what's going on in Austin and what they're making, but it's crazy. Love that it stays lighter longer too. I know, Marianne, who would hate that? I know, Amanda, it's really awful. I don't know what's going on in Austin. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy stuff going on there. And of course, they're still, investigating it. No, we don't want to ban daylight savings time. Tell them we love it. I'm still sleepy. Wish they would leave the time alone, Robin said. I wish they would leave it alone and leave it on daylight savings time all year round. How about that? Austin is weird, Chesney said. Well, Austin is, I guess, maybe weird, and they also like their exploding stuff. Did they catch the first bomber? I don't think so, Alexis. Not yet. Hey, Rapunzel. Did you send pending requests? Didn't know I was unfollowed. They say that it was the second one in Austin to go off. It was, Cully. They had one about a couple weeks ago. Best time of the year in Florida is winter, and they make it darker 1 hour earlier. Robin said, that's exactly what I mean. Leave time as it is now, Robin said. Heart attacks spike when the time moves forward. Huh. That's weird, Lisa. Wonder why. Serial bomber. I don't know. Love this time. Cheryl said, yep. Make mail bombs illegal. Yeah. Let's make that. Good morning, mighty blessed one. A pastor's wife in North Carolina was kidnapped and burned alive in her home, Brandon. Good Lord. When did that happen? Praying for that poor mother, Alexis said. Hey, Bill. Good to see you. Yes to daylight savings time all year round. Deplorable DS. I don't know what you want me to call you. Sun out an hour longer here in Mississippi. Let's talk Betsy DeVos. Why? Brandon, why? What was the reason? Did they catch the people? Did they make say any reason? Was it anti-Christians? What was the cause? It's so bizarre. Pastor tried to save her but couldn't. He is stable. Wow, that's horrible. Debbie, okay, thank you, Debbie. That's crazy. Why would some Bella? I know phew, that's sickening. They got the lady to get money out of an ATM before killing her. Okay. Gosh. I tell you, things are getting weirder by the minute. Things are getting worse by the minute. They really, really are. I don't know if it's just because we're hearing more of it. I don't think so. I think, like Cheryl said, evil. There's a lot more evil going around. It's just awful. And you have to really be aware of your surroundings. Unmatched said, tell me about it. Band fired. Alexa said, it's drug use. Marianne said, depravity unleashed. That's why all women should carry concealed weapon. Tillman said, wicked world. Carmen said, so heartbreaking. How about that hog kid wanting people to dress like Hitler to protest guns? There's something a little bit unusual about his actions. Shannon, I don't understand what's up with him, but it's a little frightening. Evil seems so pervasive. That's because it is, Sophie. But America is great again, so we are A-OK, Unmatched said. Sounds like you kidnapped a kid and shipped them out of the country with your hashtags. Excuse me? We need to encourage people to have emergency plans. Yes, we do, Debbie. You really need to have emergency plans, know your surroundings. Unmatched is trolling early today, Marlene said. Yeah, it appears that way. We don't need Monday morning trolls. We really don't. We have news here, we don't need trolls with silly stuff. You've heard yesterday, I guess, the helicopter that crashed in New York. 5 people were killed. The pilot got out okay. Everybody else went down into the water, upside down, I understand, in the helicopter. And horrific thing. 3 people got out and went to the hospital. They have since died. Opioid overdoses were up 30% in 2017. Who killed? It was a helicopter crash, Lynn. MSM needs to back off those kids, even that conservative ones. They are kids that are given big platforms. Shannon said, yes, we love Unmatched. Maybe we can red pill him. That would be great. Unmatched, you need to be red pilled, everybody says. So we're going to try to red pill you. You need to come over to the right side. So they said that was hey, Spencer, it was a photo shoot that was supposed to take place. And the pilot says that he believes that somebody's bag went against the emergency button to cut off the fuel. And they feel that's what happened. That is bizarre. And I tell you, that's in a bad place if that's what happened. So it was like the emergency button, emergency cutoff. Say no to drugs. Yeah, Unmatched. That would be a good thing. Helicopters don't glide. Yeah, they don't, do they, Tillman? They just go straight down. Ugh. Now the kids are wearing armbands, remind you of anything. Well, Cully, and apparently from what somebody was saying, it's supposed to remind you of Hitler and the SS. I'm not sure how Jews in America and across the nation feel about that. I don't know if David Hogg missed history class that day, but it's pretty sickening to see it. People cannot be that gullible. Wake up, people, please. Sometimes they are, Debbie. They're sometimes just asleep. That girl, hello, how are you, that girl? Where are their parents? Alexis, they are probably as left-wing progressive as the kids. When I was a kid, we wore, what would Jesus do bracelets in school. Brandon said, absolutely. Probably wouldn't be allowed to do that today, right? He's not in AP history, I guess. No, Tillman. Happy Monday, Spencer. I missed all the news this weekend. I had no idea about the bombing or helicopter crash. Robin said, yeah, a lot going on. I don't know who was on that helicopter, but they were supposedly doing a photo shoot. So I don't know if that was a private photo shoot for, a model somebody well known. It seems like if it were well known, we would have heard about it, but I don't know. Pretty very sad. You saw the video, Melissa? I can only imagine. Thank you, Vicky. So they're saying this morning now also coming out of Syria, there's more than 1,000 in Syria that need urgent medical care and evacuation from Syria's Ghouta. Will they give the same voice to students who support guns? No, Brandon. As a matter of fact, there was a young woman in, is it Massachusetts, that was supposed to speak, and she's pro-NRA, and the school told her that she cannot speak about the Second Amendment and being pro-NRA. They nixed that right away. Yeah, it is BS, Melissa. It certainly is. You can only have one opinion in school, and that's the one that matches the progressive left. I will not give up my guns ever. Well, that's good, unmatched. Neither will anybody else. That's the plan, Stan. Infringing the First Amendment. Yes. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go over too well, Marlene. In fact, I think that probably somebody may, if they decide to sue. Did they allow gun ban speech? Well, of course. Of course they're going to allow that. That's okay. Gun ban's perfectly fine to talk about in school. It's just if you're pro-NRA and pro-Second Amendment, you're not allowed to talk about that. Middletown, PA walkout is mandatory. Huh, really, Keith? One-sided discussions only hurt the kids. They need to hear both sides. Yes, they do. I guess there is a walkout planned for the 14th. So apparently, it's going to take place. I guess nobody's going to stop the kids. It is an infringement. It's against the law. Where are the lawyers? Alexa said, well, where's the ACLU, right? ACLU is supposed to be on the side of the Constitution, although we know they're usually on the side of the Democrats and the liberal left. Let's see. Remember we talked about Colorado last week? I'm waiting for one of those kids to get hurt. Cheryl, they will sue the school and the school district like nobody's business. Orchestrated by usual activists. Alabama? A-A-L? I don't know who that is. Oh, the hypocrisy. I know, Brandon. Hey, Donnie, good to see you. Yeah, it's... Okay, so the Colorado illegal alien that we talked about last week that was involved allegedly in a head-on collision in a hit and run. None of us own guns in here. That's right, Wayne. Walkouts my day would get us in huge trouble. Oh my gosh, Lynn. We would have been arrested and then gotten by our parents. Kids are missing so much school. Yep, they really are. But, I guess they don't need them to learn anything in school anymore. Did anyone see the OJ confession last night? Made me sick to my stomach. Unmatched said, Unmatched, he can confess all he wants to now because he's not going to be retried. I don't know if that's a real confession or something that, came on before he got out of prison. They're just showing it again. They need to go back to school. Yes, they do, Chessie. I knew he did it the whole time, and Match said, double jeopardy. That's right, Melissa. Can't try him again. He could come right out today and say he did it, tell everybody how he did it and everything else. Nothing they can do about it. Oh, is banned in my house. Watch with my mouth open, Lynn said. Yeah, he will get his karma. Well, it won't be karma, but yes, he will get his. His attorney said that a lady wrote that book, not OJ. Yeah. I mean, most people really believe that OJ did it, and, you just can't prove it. Hey, Dawn, good morning. Yeah, OJ, I don't pay any attention to OJ. Why would you? I can't imagine the harm and the horror and the torture the families of Ron Goldman and OJ's ex-wife went through. He did get his karma. Yeah, odd analogy. Yeah, it's not karma. When he has to meet his maker, that's not karma. Yeah, Nicole. Karma won't help Nicole, Ron, or the kids. And it's not karma. It's when you stand before your maker. You're going to wish for karma. Did you see the Betsy DeVos 60 Minutes? Sorry, but was awful, terribly unqualified woman. I don't pay much attention to Betsy DeVos. He didn't do it, but he could have hired someone. Evidence is not sufficient. Everybody with the brain knows OJ did it, Cully said. Judgment Day. That's right, Chezzy. Only one judgment counts. That's right, Cheryl. Dixie Doodles. Did you already something? T-A. I don't know what that means. No such thing as karma. Christians don't believe in karma or shouldn't. Exactly. Can't prove it because the cops and prosecutors screwed it all up. You know, Spencer, that was poorly handled, I have to say. He said he even was angry with her still. Melissa, he is just off his rocker. I mean, seriously, anybody that would say the stuff he does, do the things he does, something is wrong with him, really. I feel sorry for, like I said, Nicole, Ron, for the children of Nicole. I mean, those kids. No did say out of his mouth he did it last night. He described how he slit her throat. Unmatched said. Bella said exactly. Hello, how are you? OJ was better off in jail. Too many things poorly handled these days. He likes the limelight. Yep, the football head disease. Casey Anthony and OJ should date and move to Syria. There you go, Shannon. Match made in hell. Narcissism. There you go. I couldn't bring myself to watch it. I didn't watch it. I didn't waste my time on it. Did you already talk about Dennis Rodman possibly going to talks with North Korea? Dixie Doodles, I did not. But Dennis Rodman has been to North Korea many times. I was hoping they would keep him, but obviously that didn't happen. And I didn't know that he was going to go and be a part of the talks. I don't know if that would be good. What does anybody else think about that? Bluegrass, amen, perfect match. That was old interview. Why bring it up now? Sad the family has to go through this again. I know, Collie. Ambassador Rodman, yeah. None of his big. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. Just go look at the pics of what that monster did to them. Yeah. I knew one of the experts that came in. Who said he was going, Barbara? Dixie Doodles did. She says she thinks it's possible, but it's not verified. I knew one of the experts that did the DNA testing, and DNA wasn't huge back then as it is now. But Marsha, kind of just, I think she and the other guy, I can't remember these people's names, but they messed that whole thing up. Also, having him put on a glove and it not fitting, and when gloves dry like that, it's possible that it didn't fit. No, do I believe he will go? Go where? Oh, Christopher Darden. Is that right, Cully? I think it was. Trump rally was good. Yes. Mark Furman screwed it up. Maybe. I think everybody had a hand in it. I always wanted to know what the attorney had in the... Yeah, Furman. Yeah, that didn't help using the racist terms. What the attorney had in that duffel bag that he took away. Kardashian. So dried blood, he didn't even try to put it on. No, but when dried like that, it would make it shrink. There's no way he should have walked. Well, juries found him innocent. Glove was bad idea. Anyone can tweet hand out to fit. Yeah, I know, Sophie. And Judge Ito was weak too. Yeah, the judge Dixie kind of just wanted to be in front of the cameras. Tweak, yes, Bella. Who cares about OJ? He will get his in if he doesn't repent. Yes, Brandon, that's absolutely true. That's why I didn't watch it. That's why I don't care what OJ says. It doesn't really matter. Made it about race, Lynn said. Yeah, I think Mark Furman kind of did that. And it wasn't about race. It was about murder, unfortunately. Ugh. There was not enough blood in the Bronco. It was sad, too, that Ron Goldman went back to give her the sunglasses that her mother had left. Had it not been for that, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It would have been just Nicole and not him. They lost the chain of evidence. That was what introduced the shadow of the doubt. I know, Spencer, it's true. Very true. How about those tariffs? Woohoo! Yeah, Goldman Sachs is predicting that those tariffs are going to have a negative impact because of corporate profits will be down. I think his son did it for him. That's all old news and sadly very old. Yes, Barbara. Goldman Sachs believes that there's going to be retaliation from other countries, likely being threatening to their corporate earnings and equity valuations. And really, that and wanting globalism is what is at the key to all of this. He's just an evil man. He said he goes to her grave just to curse at her more. Well, maybe unmatched. Maybe one day he'll go there and, who knows. Those jurors were tired and ready to go home, period, Carmen said. Probably. But America Made is back. I know, American Made. And really, that's what the problem is. They're worried about globalism. They want globalism. And again, once again, President Trump has kind of shut that down. How long he'll be able to do it and the New World Order and globalism, who knows? But it's great. No, the not in the swamp people, other finance people say it's a good deal. Yeah. If he was a normal like us, he'd be locked up. Yes, Bella, that's true. We would have all been convicted if we were OJ. Ben Shapiro doesn't think the tariffs are a good idea. It was a shock on that until I read his take on it. Well, Dawn, I mean, I get it. You know, it will probably cause some issues, and it will probably have some of the people in other countries not liking us. But at the same time, you want to do business with us, then you got to do what you got to do. And some people won't have the tariff, I think, if they do business with us. Hey, Rhonda. We get most of our steel from Canada. They are exempt. Exactly. We're talking about countries who take advantage of us and get more money off of us than they should. Does Wilbur Ross still have a big stake in Bethlehem Steel? Don't know. Don't know, hidden. Hello to whomever said hello. I know, Tillman. It may have been a troll, Tillman, so I'm not sure. Just a bunch of numbers. I'm not sure. But yeah, again, if people were treating us fairly, as President Trump has talked about, and were paying their fair share, 8-foot Iceman. We only get a small percentage from China. Yeah, issues for a while, yet think Trump is in his game here and knows the art of the deal. And Barbara, who knows? He can lift those tariffs anytime he wants to. I just hope it doesn't affect the steel workers and the car industry. Well, it will, unmatched. It will bring back jobs to the steel workers. It will bring back the car industry to America. So it will impact you. Will it raise the cost a little bit? Probably. American-made products will cost the same if we tacked on tax on imports from other countries. That's true. Brandon, think tariffs are a shot across the bow for China? Could be. Could be, Bellas. No, it brings back steel. I know, Barbara. It brings back jobs, brings back steel, brings back, you know, a lot of things. Will China-made Buick cost more? I don't know, Wayne. Are you thinking about buying a Buick? When is Trump going to start having his products made here? Cheryl, he's not in charge of that right now. Somebody else is running his business, so you'd have to ask them. Made in the USA, Barbara said. Cars definitely will cost more. China steel is complete garbage. We should not want it imported. Exactly, Keith. Countries tax our exports. Why can't we tax their crap? Exactly, Brandon. Exactly. Canada can't dump the steel at as low a price as China can, Spencer said. Yeah, I mean, it's going to, you know, it will cost us probably a little more in the long run in our pockets. I hate cheap Chinese junk. I'd rather pay more. You get what you pay for. Exactly. Remember, Marlene, when things used to be made that would last for years and years? Not that way anymore. Dump the UN too. Lots of waste of money. Absolutely, Brandon. Saw the Suns have lost $200 million this year. Chinese steel and a lot of Trump's buildings. Well, Susan, you do know why U.S. steel declined after World War II. Lack of innovation. Crap steel. Well, it could be a lack of innovation, but it could be that we started doing other things. New Buick is $39,865. Well, it's kind of expensive. Buy American starting today. Johnny, too late. I already did that. Been buying American ever since we decided we were going to do it, right? Why I hate Walmart. Walmart has a lot of Chinese crap. No, it was NAFTA. My grandmother's toaster was 48 years old when she passed. I'm telling you, Keith. Hey, Troy. And is it probably Ruthie is on? It really was something where you could get a washing machine or a refrigerator or any other appliance and it would last forever. Government subsidies are helping other industrial sectors, Brandon said. Hey, Karen. Look, if the economy grows, we all get a better deal, and in the end, we win. That's right, Barbara. Exactly. And people get jobs. I mean, people need jobs. You take away the jobs when you send it over to, you know, send them over to China, to Mexico, and everywhere else. You're right about the old appliances. Wasn't it great, Cheryl, when appliances used to last forever? You'd never replace them. Hey, Lisa, my toaster is 37 years old. Got it for my bridal shower. Wow, Marianne. But everything worth having comes from China. Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be that way, unmatched. It could be, worth coming and making it here as well. If I could find made in USA, Canada, I would buy that over from any other country, Gary said. Hopefully that'll be soon, Gary. Ever watch Rick's Restoration? Brilliant old American made appliances brought back to life. That's neat. I didn't see that one. My lovely iPhone. It might take a year or two, but we will keep America great, Barbara said. In working on my third refrigerator in the last 20 years, nothing lasts like it did, Dawn said. Exactly. Nothing. Yeah. Cat. You mean CAG? Or is it Keep America Trump? I refuse to eat seafood from China either, not Vietnam either. Woo. Thanks, Cressman said. And you would speak to English-speaking help on the phone. Exactly. Stupid autocorrect, Bella. Yeah. I know. It puts out there exactly what it wants, not what you want. You can depend on the autocorrect to do that. If everybody would, if you would please retweet this. We're at the halfway mark. I would really appreciate it. Invite your followers, share, retweet, sing, whatever you want to do at this point. Let's see. Don't know if you heard in Georgia about a Georgia police officer that was making a traffic stop, ended up basically getting kidnapped by the gang members. They kind of pulled him into the car, pushed the other officer out into the traffic. They went about a mile and then they stopped. Yeah, another ambush. Gang members are going to jail, so it probably wasn't a very smart idea, We import blood oil and burn it in our cars. We need to use our own oil, Gary said. Wow. Spencer said seafood from Asia is gross. Well, I don't eat seafood. Weak individuals. I've got you on my TV with YouTube too, trying to clean and listen at the same time. Way to go, Lisa. That was in Georgia, Lynn. That happened in Georgia. So I imagine that was pretty darn scary. Yeah. Let's see. So I know what went wrong with the PTSD shooter. Ooh, yeah. I don't know, Tillman. I've heard a lot of people talking about it. I've heard a lot of veterans talking about it. They said that the officers are okay, Lori. Yes. The shooter that was last name was Wong, that we're being told, and supposedly what happened with him is that, he, as you probably know, he was kicked out of the program at that Yountville Pathway House, I guess it was called. So he went in and he killed the executive director, one psychologist, and another person who worked for the company. Susan, tell them about the couple that came and scopes out my house. Oh, yeah, I will in a second, Carmen. So that was pretty sad. Nobody knows why he did what he did. Nobody knows why he was kicked out. I mean, I'm guessing he went back for revenge. I have no idea. But these people who said that he came back in 2013, I guess they were saying, and this is what I read, that their mom had mental health issues, and I think she's no longer around. The dad had died. When he got back in 2013, they said he was sort of a different person. Started having issues, wasn't able to cope, went to Pathway House, felt that was going to be a way to help him. He wanted to go back to college. And so I don't know what happened there. Don't know why he was kicked out. Don't know if it was really a hellhole. Susan, you're a great speaker and sound very well educated. Well, thank you, Cruxman. So sad. Yes, it was. He was a sharpshooter. Yes, Cheryl, heard that too. Pretty scary. It's unfortunate, people who work in the mental health field like myself, it's very scary. So you have to just, we do need to do more with mental health. A long time ago, what we did with mental health was we just put people back out onto the streets. We decided we were going to take them out of the hospitals and put them on the street. And that may have been what the government wanted, but it was not good for the people who have mental health issues and weren't helped. Drugged and released, there you go. First we need to stop the wars, then heal what we have broken. Tillman, and also what we need to also do, and what I'm finding out, is to talk to veterans about hyperbaric oxygen therapy, HBOT. People really need to look into that. If you are suffering from PTSD, find out about it. See if it's right for you. The programs that I've talked to the people that were there, some of the doctors that are there, they say they're having great results. And seriously, if you're going somewhere and your PTSD isn't getting any better, or even if it is and you want to have maybe long-lasting results, the people who treat with HBOT claim that it cures people and helps them, go back to a normal life. I can't say that that's true. I'm telling you what doctors that treat patients with HBOT have said to me. All I know is check it out for yourself. My friend in the Marines did that to help him with his PTSD. He was injured by an IED. What is it? It's a hyperbaric oxygen therapy. It's a hyperbaric chamber. Like for people who go deep diving down into the ocean, let's say, and they run out of oxygen and they come up, they have to be placed in hyperbaric oxygen chambers and stuff like that. Supposedly it works for PTSD and a lot of different issues. They use it also, the bins, there you go, Cully. They use it also on horses. I've seen to help the horses heal quickly. Helps put more oxygen in the brain and just absolutely, supposedly works. I don't know, and I can't vouch for it other than what I've been told by doctors. Nitrogen levels in the blood. You cannot send these young people off to war, then treat them like crap when they return. It's disgusting. It is disgusting, and it needs to stop. And we have a lot of people from Vietnam War that we still haven't helped, and they need to be helped. Was mental health such an issue 50 years ago? Why the increasing number of incidents now? Dixie Doodles, I think, one, it's drugs. Two, we have more veterans coming back with PTSD and TBI. And also, we just don't, again, we let people out of mental health institutions where they needed to be because they needed to get the help. We put them out on the street. Israel uses it immediately following TBI and it's worked very well. Spencer, I read an article about a child who was, I think, drowned, and they resuscitated the child. The child had brain damage, and supposedly they used HBOT on the child. The child has no brain damage now. Again, if that were something that I were in need of, I would absolutely 100% check it out and make my own decision about it. And the VA, I understood that they were going to start using that in certain VA hospitals. Hey, James. And I don't know if that's something that they did, but they certainly need to do that. Veterans need help and they need to pay for it. Cousin went in for boot camp and came out addicted to drugs. That's sad, Lynn. Very sad. Now, Carmen wanted me to tell you about an incident that happened at her house. A woman came to her. This is something that you guys should never do. Never open your door to people that you don't know. A woman came up to her door and said, I used to live in the house here. Can I come in? And basically the person just kind of made their way in before Carmen had a chance to really think about things. Woman came in, started looking around her house, and then suddenly, her husband appears, and Carmen kept asking her to leave. It was a bad situation. I encouraged Carmen to call the police. She did call the police, and they came out and talked with Carmen about it. Never let people into your house. In fact, I would say if you have a house, when you open your door, if you don't have a security door on your house, you should get one. You should really get one, because once you open that door, you are really opening yourself up. Conceal carry for this reason, Brandon said. Put a security door on your outer door. In California, most everybody has a security door. Lady knew lots about Carmen too, knew about her dog, knew about her mom, knew about other things that she shouldn't have known about. I have a window, I never open the door, Marlene said. Yeah. Oh dear, is Carmen an older lady? No, Carmen's in the scope here. It's creepy. Yep, put a shotgun near the door, Brandon said. I can talk to who's at my door, Cheryl said. We have security gates, can't get anywhere. My front door is. Yep. Carmen said she's 50. Thousands from Vietnam had their TBI incident reports removed from their military records and were left homeless by the injury. This went on clear through the Gulf War I, Spencer said. Horrible, Spencer. Dawn said, oh my God, that's scary, Carmen. So, I mean, again, don't let people in your house. For any reason, don't let people in your house like that. People that you don't know. Next cam works too, or the Ring doorbell system. Nest Cam, yeah. I don't answer the door if I don't know who they are. I have a panic button a foot away from my door. I also have my guns, Robin said. Cheryl said, hell no. Yeah, don't answer the door. You have a Ring. Hey there, Susan. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Yeah. You should have something to protect yourself. I mean, I don't care. You know, sometimes you have people who are dressed in uniforms. It's happened in California. They come to your door, you think they're from UPS or whatever, and they're really not. Carmen said she was caught off guard. Yep. Was asleep. If I don't know who it is, I don't answer the door, Brandon said. Yeah, exactly. So, also, it looks like installed a security door in friend's house, and when cops came, it took 20 minutes to knock in. Well, you know, and watch out for those little girls with the brown vests. Big Al said, want to get past my Great Dane? Marianne said, I use voice intercom cam before I open the door. Yes. Hey, Danielle. President Trump looks like he has backed off raising the minimum age to 21 for a long arm rifle. He said basically it wasn't politically what people wanted, and absolutely would have been a crusher, let's say, for the president in trying to get reelected. Plus, big dog barking helps deter too. That's right, Jerry. President Trump is getting rid of bump stocks, and also he's going to those little brown vests will take your money. Exactly, Barbara. And the little brown vests take your money. They give it to this organization. That organization, the lead national organization, gives it to Planned Parenthood. Just so you know. He's getting rid of bump stocks. He's all for highly trained expert teachers being armed with concealed carry. And he's also in favor of armed guards. Yes, Lynn. The National Organization of Girl Scouts gives to Planned Parenthood. They try to pretend that they don't, but they do, and it's been talked about. These brown vest cookies are up to $5. Don't buy them, Marianne. Most died within a dozen years of their TBI injury, which the DOD and VA ignored, Spencer said. Thank you, no more cookies for me. Exactly, Rock America. I don't buy Girl Scout cookies. Nope, done with the cookies. Yep. You know, I feel bad. I feel bad for the Girl Scouts, but you know, there's also like an American, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a Christian group, American Heritage, that, you know, Girl Scouts can join if they want to. But I've had a lot of parents who don't want to face the fact that the money goes to Planned Parenthood, and parents will argue with you. And I'm not talking about in front of the kids who are selling the cookies. I mean online. Parents refuse to believe it. Give to the American Legion, Brandon said, using kids to sell. Don't they always, Lynn, the progressive left? They always do that. But when the parents want to turn a blind eye to it, you know, there's a problem. And so, you know, I hate saying no to the little girls that are trying to sell the cookies, but I can't participate in it. And the parents, again, are letting their kids do it. Did you see the Girl Scout selling her cookies outside a weed store? Thank God, no. I can't believe her parents would allow her to do that. It's a big problem. Yep. I no longer buy Girl Scout cookies. Haven't ever since I found out they supported Planned Parenthood, Robin said. No more Girl Scout cookies for me, Gary said. The government shoves us into every smaller boxes when more laws are passed every time someone breaks the existing law, Spencer said. Yeah, veterans are not treated well in a lot of respects, Spencer. I can vouch for that. Just say, no, thank you, and move on. I do, Brandon, and it's what I do, but it's, you know, it's difficult. I mean, it really is. And they know with little girls out there asking you to buy cookies, it's going to be difficult. Same cookies sold at the grocery store by Keebler with different names on the wrapping, Carmen said. Yeah, I say parents should put their little girls in American Heritage and get them out of Girl Scouts, you know, especially with the Girl Scouts and the secularism that's becoming, you know, in Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. Oh, she made big money. It was in a state where it was legal. She went for the munchies. Yeah, I did see that, Barbara. I did see that. No, it's not just say no. I know, Brandon. Aldi sells Samoas. Marlene said. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's bad, but whatever. So that coffee shop in Oakland is still refusing to serve the police. Did you tell the Girl Scouts why you're not buying the cookies? No, Gary, I did not, because that wasn't an age-appropriate conversation to have with the girls. I only give to our school band department. They don't get as much support as our sports, Lisa said. Yeah, this Asta Muerta in Oakland is not giving, doesn't want to serve police officers. I take my Moravian ginger snaps over that crap all day long. Ginger snaps are good for you. Hope they don't need a cop. I know, Marlene, but you know what? The cops would still be there. You know, that's the thing. And there was a Latino cop that went into that store in Oakland, or the coffee shop, and they didn't serve him either. Why are they not serving the police? Well, because they believe that it's bad to have police there in the shop because, people don't like police. The police want to round up the illegal immigrants, supposedly, or work with ICE, so they don't want them there. I say, close it down. Don't buy at the store. That's the problem. It is not the Girl Scout or volunteers' fault. The volunteers need to protest on the national level. Yeah, but Barbara, if the parents won't acknowledge it, there's not going to be a protest. Parents won't acknowledge it. Who is he going to call when he needs help? Well, see, Marianne, in California, you never need help. It's a gun-free zone. It's not okay for a baker to make cakes for gays, not make cakes for gays, but okay for cops to be mistreated. See, you could use that, that argument for anything. Like, oh, well, we don't want black people here because of X, Y, and Z. You can't discriminate against people, and that coffee shop is discriminating. They think they're discriminating just against police officers, but Latino police officers have gone in there. They've been discriminated against, white police officers, black police officers, and so, therefore, do they teach the same type of things as Girl Scouts at American Heritage? Yes, Carmen, they do. Oop, be back. Okay, no problem. Do as I say, not as I do, Brandon says. Yep, I guess Planned Parenthood is too harsh of a word for young girls, Gary said. Hopefully they will lose a lot of business and go out of business, Robin said at the coffee shop. Yeah, Gary, I would have that conversation with their parents, but the little girls, they think they're out there just selling cookies. They don't know, their parents may or may not have told them about Planned Parenthood. I wouldn't have a conversation with a minor like that without a parent's permission, and that's age inappropriate to have with a little girl or a little boy anyway. Illegal hit and run made bail. Yes, the illegal in Colorado made bail, $25,000 bond, and ICE went there to pick him up, and of course he was gone. And they didn't tell them about ICE. The police department didn't tell ICE for an hour. Aren't they just scouts now? There you go, Cully. Yeah. Neutral scouts, genderless scouts, gender-free scouts. So, and then they said, oh, we were going to, in Colorado, we were going to find out what happened with the process. I'll tell you what happened. You didn't pick up the phone. Oh, he's out of the country by now. Down in Mexico for sure. I think that's where he came from, was from Mexico. You know he's gone. He'll never show up for his court hearing. Aiding and illegal. Yeah. I mean, that's the way I see it. I don't see it any other way. You're breaking the law. I know we probably don't have that law yet, but it should be. California right now, I wrote an article at SusanKnowles.com if you want to go there and look at that article. Basically, California last August brought a case against the Trump administration in Sacramento. This new case that Jeff Sessions brought was in San Francisco. And so what happened was, as you recall a couple of days ago, there was a preliminary injunction that the California wanted against the Trump administration. They were saying, we want to force the Trump administration to pay that grant for law enforcement. That grant was being withheld because of the sanctuary city and state policy that California has. So California wanted to force the court to force the Trump administration to have to pay that grant. And so the court said, this was Orrick in Sacramento, said, nope, sorry, there's not a irreparable harm here. We're not going to do it. And so what happened was, since California lost in that court, now they're going over to San Francisco court and saying, let's bring the Sacramento case over to San Francisco. Why are they doing that? Well, they're doing that. You'll find out if you read the article exactly why they're doing that. You need to go to the article at SusanKnowles.com. It's the first article there, and find out why it would be better for California, perhaps, to be in San Francisco. I think you'll be surprised, but I won't spoil it for you. Won't do a spoiler because of the nope. That's not it, Danielle. You'll find out. You got to go read the article. Now, in North Korea, Kim Jong-un, I've heard this. Alan, just go to SusanKnowles.com. And it's like the first article for now. I'm going to be putting more up later, but it's the first article for now. Kim Jong-un wants a peace treaty with the United States, and he also wants the United States to put an embassy in North Korea. You always lived in California, Susan? No, Hidden. I was born and raised on the East Coast in North Carolina. Alan said he read it. Thank you, Alan. How can they do that? Well, they're just bringing emotion. And Alan, what they're doing is, it can make sense. But what they're saying is, look, let's consolidate everything into one court. But you notice they're not asking for the consolidation to be in the Sacramento court. They want it in the San Francisco court because they think they can get a more favorable outcome there. Live in North Carolina, from Charlotte originally. I'm from Asheville originally, Rock America. Asheville, which I wouldn't recognize these days at all. He probably wants food too. Yeah, awesome. Yep. No Girl Scout cookies. Yep, goes to Planned Parenthood. Urban legend. Nope. Sorry, Gordo. It isn't an urban legend. You can go to SusanKnowles.com, put in Girl Scouts. You will see the director even talking about it on film. And if you go and look at the connections of things, just do a little research. You'll find out it's not an urban legend. I did that research a long time ago. Gordo, I told you, go to SusanKnowles.com. In the search bar, put in Girl Scouts and follow the link. You can do that. There's your proof. So if you want to buy Girl Scout cookies, Gordo, be my guest. Blessings all to you too, Amanda. Let's see. So even some of the pastors were talking about North Korea and basically saying that that's really all that North Korea wants. That they want to have a peace treaty. They're not looking like the government of Iran to destroy the United States or destroy Israel or do things like that. They're not like ISIS. They just want to make sure that they're not going to be blown off the face of the earth. And so that's really kind of what they want from the United States. I'm not sure what's going to happen because, North Korea and Iran and Russia are kind of all working together. So I don't know how that's going to go. It'll be interesting to see. But I think President Trump will have to make it clear that they can't work with Iran anymore. 2 women in Scope this morning tried to... Oh, I didn't see that. Kim is a dictator. He will never be legitimate. Well, he's also insane, Brandon, in my opinion. So he may change his mind 2 seconds after a deal is made, if one is made. Thank God we have Trump to stand strong for us in the negotiations with North Korea. Dixie Doodle said, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We had a weak president last administration, and that's why Iran is doing, got bigger and better, if you will, at doing what they do, because they knew they could do anything. And it wouldn't matter because they wouldn't be stopped by Obama. And now they're not too sure. And other countries like North Korea now saying, maybe I better talk to President Trump. He kind of does what he says he's going to do, unlike other presidents in the past. Kim was educated in Switzerland, so he knows how to play the Western society games, Brandon said. Elizabeth Warren said no blood test. Did you see that? Yeah, she doesn't even need a blood test, Marianne. All she has to do is spit into the little container, and they can do a DNA test from there. Hidden, would you do that again, what you said? I missed that whole thing that you're talking about. It went by so quickly, I didn't see it. So it'll be interesting to see. I know it's supposed to be sometime like in April maybe. And I know that already Russia and Iran are going there. Was glad to see POTUS explain the trade Saturday night. MSM spinning. Of course, they always do. Rock America. Rockin' America. MSN, they will tell you whatever they want you to hear. I don't think Obama was weak. He wanted to destroy our country. He did things on purpose. That's true. But to the other countries, it looked like he was weak. Robin's what I meant. Teenage boy killed in Austin explosion. Yes, Marlene, we talked about that in the beginning. Yes, North Korea just wants a treaty, but keep America great, Danielle said. Obama sending pallets of cash to Iran didn't help. Exactly. Trump was great Saturday in Pennsylvania. Yep. Yes, he was. And he got the poor Democrats. I was on Scope this morning, and 2 women tried to tell me KFC breed headless chickens. Oh, please. That's crazy, Jim. That sounds really nuts to me. I'm sorry. It just does. How much danger will Trump be in meeting with Rocket Man? Depends on where he meets him, I guess, Carmen. I wouldn't shake hands with him, but that's just me. Don't give North Korea any money to appease him. Nope. Danielle said, yes, it's nuts. Turkey is advancing right now into the Afrin city in Syria. It's Kurdish-held Syrian city. Let him come here. Yeah, I know. Hundreds are fleeing. Some of the Kurdish troops that we are backing are there as well. So that's kind of happening this morning. A lot is happening again in the Middle East. A lot. Yep, needs to wear gloves. Trump, you're right. I should shake hands with him. You wouldn't shake hands? Yeah. I wouldn't shake hands with him. I wouldn't even want to be in the same room. Certainly don't invite him to Mar-a-Lago. Don't have food with him. Just don't. I would do it, like have a glass in between you and him and just say, hey, how are you? Yeah, that's in Syria. Syria's in a lot of trouble. There's I do a video chat. Exactly, Marianne. There's been over 1,000 people recently killed in Syria, just like the poisoned Russians in UK. Yep. They're saying that Russia did that to those two, that father and his daughter. Dixie Doodles, possibly Switzerland, Dixie said. Also, I didn't know this until just the other day, that the father and daughter that are poisoned, the son and the mother have already died. And now they're going to dig up their bodies to see if they were poisoned as well. Yes, Brandon, I think it's Isaiah 17, the destruction of Damascus may be coming, and then Ezekiel 38 and 39. I don't understand the theory behind what he does. He doesn't treat everyone equal, neither his wife. Are you talking about North Korean dictator? If he wants to see our president, he can come here, Marianne said. Things have been happening in the Middle East for 1,400 years. All the same news, knows change. Gary said, Gary, it's a little bit different. We've never had Russia, Iran, Turkey, North Korea all working together. Kim is just as scared leaving his country. Didn't Putin offer to broker a meeting in Moscow with Trump and Kim? Is that right? Well, Hidden, they're going to go ahead. Russia and Iran are going to go ahead and have a meeting with North Korea before President Trump's meeting. Probably talked about it. See the interview with Levin. I don't know, Barbara. Poison all around setup. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I just wouldn't want to be anywhere near the guy. I think China will go with him too. Oh, I'm sure, Dixie. Yes. Dixie's with North Korea. Trump should invite him to Camp David. Pops, I don't even know if I want to have him there. Putin wants attention too, just like Kim. Both the countries are in the crapper. Yeah, that's for sure. Whenever I get that interview that I did on Todd Starnes' radio show on Friday, as soon as I get it, hopefully I'll get it, I will put it up on Spreaker and on my website. Again, My Ears Are Not Like Yours, available at Amazon.com. Great little book for encouraging children and give them hope and teaching them that good confidence and self-esteem before they have to go out and face the real world at a later age. Better to get it young. Understand that about yourself and who you are now and not later. Again, My Ears Are Not Like Yours, available on Amazon.com. I was lucky enough to be on the Todd Starnes radio show on Friday. If you have a subscription, you can hear it now. But if you don't have a subscription, you only get the first hour for free. As soon as I get it, I will put it out there for you to hear it. It was about a 20-minute interview. But I'm so grateful that I was on there. All right, everybody, have a great day. Please, yes, buy the book. Buy it for Easter, birthdays, or just because you love a child and you want to give them that hope and encouragement. Thanks so much, everybody. Having meetings with Kim at McDonald's. Very nice. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. See if I can close this down. I never can. There we go. All right. Thank you, Facebook Live. God bless. Thank you, YouTube. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.